Perhaps if in 2020, when the killings were ongoing, when one person was killed, the second person was killed, if President Akufo-Addo had spoken, we may not have had 8 people being killed. In the case of President Mahama, he has shown leadership. And I think that is what it is. Let's see how we will progress moving from this morning to ensure that the very nation that we seek to work for, the very nation that we seek to defend and protect, will be peaceful as we want it to be.
My question was about Malik Basintali, though.
I have not heard Malik Basintali. I have not. But what I'm saying is that the leader has spoken. He's been clear. I have shown you somebody that I don't even know as NDC, a foot soldier. Okay? I'll give the video to you. You may want to show it. This is a foot soldier of the NDC saying that even when they reported stealing that was taking place to a particular police commander, and the police commander suggested that they should arrest the person, they subsequently, when it was being repeated, they subsequently stepped forward and arrested the people who were trying to steal from an Agenda 11 site. We can cite a plethora of examples here and there, but the most important thing is leadership is cause. Everything else is effect. The leader has spoken, and that is what it is. Let's see how that permeates through the system. And once again, as the leader said, he doesn't have state power, state authority at this stage. Whatever he's saying is persuasive. He wants the state institutions to work. Yesterday, I personally called the Ghana Police Service and asked them to be firm about all that is happening. We do not want insecurity in our country. So we are not a political party that will, on any day, endorse people going about, particularly when we know agent provocateurism also exists, where people can even take advantage of the circumstances and be just fueling an inferno just to push a particular narrative.
The people that were arrested at the Ghana gas place,
Yeah.
the people, I mean, a number of them that the police says they are already arrested.
Yeah.
Are they people you can identify as party members of the NDC?
I have not watched those clips. And look, listen to me carefully. If even it is me found there doing the wrong thing, I should be dealt with according to law. The fact that your party has won does not mean you have the right to mess up, to trample upon the laws of the state. That's why Fifi Kwete has said that if you have the audacity to break the law, then you must have the courage also to bear the weight of the law.
I get you. You talked about the collation centers. Now, yesterday, and this one day ago, Malik Basintali actually put a post on Facebook, "Stop jubilating, comrades. Should move to the Accra Collation Center at Ridge now. No room for stealing. I'm coming there." Now, he also said, "Comrades in Tema Shaman should move to the Tema Regional Police Station now. They want to steal seats. I'm coming there."
If these were the things he said, what is wrong about that?
But don't you have observers,
How do you
officers
know?
who are there
No. If these were the things that he said,
to represent your party?
are
Why
these
do
the
followers
thi-
need to mass
are
up
these
at
the
these
things
places?
that he said that you are concerned?
Oh, there are more.
About.
But
No.
Let's hear
Let's be
your
clear.
explanation for why he's calling on your
Let's be clear.
supporters to go and mass up at a place where you already have reps
How do you know that?
representing you
How
in
do
the
you know that
process.
what is wrong if people go and observe collation?
Is that not what is causing all the violence that we're seeing?
You see, when you try to make perfect the enemy of good, you create a very different scenario. Why are you not interested in the exemplary one? Like this gentleman, NDC people here, who went and arrested people who were stealing in the name of power is changing
But
hands.
this is your third time mentioning it. We've
Yes.
given you the opportunity to talk about that. But we
Okay,
also
good.
have to talk about
But
what
I'm saying
went
that,
wrong.
But I'm saying that if Malik, okay, all that you are worried about is that he asks people to go to collation centers, okay, then I don't have a problem with that. Because in the year 2020, NPP stole at least 6 seats from the NDC, we would not have had a hung parliament.
You have
that
evidence
we
of
have
this?
had.
You have evidence of
Yes,
this?
I do.
That they stole 6
They
seats?
stole at least
Okay,
6.
can you share?
6 seats. How can you think I came here with that kind of evidence? Be reasonable, Kojo.
Then you also
Be
have
reasonable.
then you also have to be fair to our audience
Be
and
reasonable.
not say something you can't back.
What do you mean by that?
You have to be reasonable.
Why
and
do
fair
you
to our
think they
audience.
shot? Why do you think they shot those people? You think it was a tea party? They were winning.
I understand
All right.
that these
so they
are-
decided to
I
shoot them.
understand that these
Techim
are
and South,
your
they stole.
theories. I understand
And even
that.
this time, they were trying to steal the parliamentary elections in Techim and South until our people were resolute and ruthless.
Which
And-
of your people?
And defended the cause of justice, the cause of democracy, to ensure that the will of the people stood.
Which of your
Kojo,
people?
we were not going to go into this election, okay, tying our hands behind us, watching that the MPP would cheat us, only to come back and cry. So you can sit here and say that they don't even have evidence. You understand? We went into this election fully prepared. And when we get to coalition, you will understand how we sent a clear message to the MPP that they dare not try any cyber attack. Because the slightest hint of a cyber attack that we were going to sense, our retaliatory action was going to be ruthless.
What was that action going to be?
If we felt our system was being attacked, we would have responded appropriately and disproportionately.
Tell us what you would have done.
We would have responded appropriately and disproportionately.
We're interested in what you would have done.
And so the good thing is that they didn't try to attack us, and so we all collated our results.
Okay, so let's start from the top. What systems did you put in place this year that was not in place during the last election?
In terms of what?
In terms of election, training of agents, recruitment of agents, preparation for the election itself, election day activity, collation of results, and eventually having to do your own independent collation.
Yeah, I think that in terms of the collation, it's a socio-technical problem. If you overemphasize the technical aspect of it, you make huge mistakes. The social side is the human aspect and how these human beings interact within geographical locations. And if you get that wrong, it's going to be very difficult for you. Okay. So the party decided that the party was going to combine 2 directorates, the election directorate and the IT directorate. In 2020, these 2 directorates sat in 2 separate directorates. But you agree with me that they work together. They had to work together. They work together to an extent, but it is never like when you have one leader who is overseeing the 2. I think that was a very important decision that the party made. The second aspect is, and not to boast about what I did in terms of leading the team. President Mahama in 2020 would never have allowed somebody who is very proximal to him to be given such an appointment. Because he's always very sensitive, ultra sensitive about widows who are very close to him, because already the issue of proximity to power is empowerment. Is very pervasive in our politics. You think that once you are close to a leader, these people are already privileged people. So why add additional duties, which may be misconstrued as even post, instead of seeing it as work to be done? So towards 2020 election, I do not believe that he may have even considered it. Even when the national chairman, Esedun Ketia, suggested the idea to him, he was still reluctant. And to disclose it, he said, but you do a lot of strategy stuff here, so how are you going to combine it and that kind of thing? And even myself, 2020, there was no way I was going to accept that kind of position. Even this, it took me 4 to 5 months for me to say a yes, because I had to have thorough discussion, introspection with several other people that I will not mention their names for good reasons. So the combination was great. Now, the way we went about it, and let me take the human side. Kojo, Raymond, we trained 153,000 people. As far back as February this year, I had already published the NDC election training manual for polling agents. We trained 153,000 people, not once. In terms of sending people from the national level to go and train them twice. But we also left trainers in every constituency to be training them constantly. So you take Asewase, for instance, and Honorable Muntaka ensured that they trained them like 7 times.